Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this audio slash video, I'm going to, talk about a little bit of a more advanced game in this video. And this one I'm going to call it, you have to tell a woman what she wants. All right. So in this, audio video, I just wanted to talk about when you are dealing with a woman, right? When you're talking to a girl, right? A lot of times guys think that, okay, well, I can't get her, or, I'm not good looking enough. I don't have enough money, or, she looks like the type of girl that wouldn't be into a guy like me and all this other stuff. And so guys sort of, assume that they know what this woman wants or doesn't want. They're like, well, she probably wants guys who look like this or act like that or who is like this, and I'm like this way, so she doesn't like me and all this other stuff, right? And what I want to say is this, is that, when you're talking to women, right, sometimes you have to tell them what they want, right? And the reason why you have to do this is because a lot of times women don't even know what the hell they want. And the thing is, since women don't know what they want, what it does is that it gives you an advantage to really, put yourself in a position to make things happen. Do you understand? So the thing is, certain women, they'll have an idea of what they think they want. But the thing is that they don't really know what they want, or they don't know that there's other things that they want, right? So I'm going to explain, what does it mean by, you got to tell a woman what she wants, right? Now, first of all, what you need to understand is that, when you're dealing with chicks, you have to have the mindset that women want you. Off top, like every woman you see wants you. That's the mindset you have to have, right? Does this mean that, you're going to get every girl and every girl's going to sleep with you? No, but you have to have the mindset that every woman wants you. Because your confidence has to be that high. It has to be that extreme. Right? And the reason why a lot of you guys don't get the woman you want is because you've already decided in your mind that she doesn't want you. You understand? Or she might not want you. Or, I don't know if she's, you're coming from that standpoint, right? So what do I mean by you are telling a woman what she wants? What I basically mean is this, is that all you're doing is letting her know that she wants you by leading the conversation and the interaction. Okay, I'm going to say it again. All you're doing is letting her know that she wants you by leading the conversation and the interaction. Right? So let me give you a little story to demonstrate what I'm talking about. Okay, so I remember one time I was at this spot and, talking to this white girl or whatever. And so, we just talking, chit chat and just regular shit at this point, for about a couple minutes or whatever. So, I said to her, I was like, yo, we should exchange numbers and get together sometime, right? So she says to me, oh, well, I don't date black guys, right? So I'm like, so I start laughing and stuff. So I was like, really, I'm curious. She was like, oh, no, it's because I'm Jewish and, I want to marry a Jewish guy one day and all this other stuff. Right. So I said, okay, well, you don't date black guys. But I was like, do you have sex with black guys? Right. So she starts laughing or whatever. Right. And then, she's like, oh, no, I never had sex with a black guy. So I was like, wait, you never been with a black guy? She was like, no. And I was like, well, have you ever thought about being with a black guy, just on some sex type of stuff? And she was like, well, I never really thought about it and everything. And I was like, I think you would actually like being with a black guy. And so she's laughing and she's all, getting all like shy and blushing and all this other stuff, right? So I said, listen, how about, I was like, come here for a second, come closer to me. And I was like, listen, I'm going to kiss you and you're going to tell me how it feels to kiss a black guy. You know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm doing is I'm letting her know that she wants this situation by leading the conversation. So I'm leading her into, the situation of her getting with me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm basically telling her what she wants. I'm saying, you want this situation. You want this to happen. Right? So then, we end up making out. You understand? And we were kind of just making out for like a good maybe like 20 minutes or whatever like that. And then so she gave me her number because she was like, oh, I got to go. I can't really stay out too late because I got to get up for work early, blah, blah, blah. And so she gives me the number and I give her my number and she's like, yeah, we should get. So now she's all wanting to get together and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is, like I was saying earlier, is that, the reason why you tell them what they want is because most women won't know what they want, or most women don't know what they want, and they won't know what they want until it's presented to them. You understand? So they have an idea about what they want. So she had the idea that she's like, oh, I just want Jewish guys, right? Then you present and tell them something else. And I'm like, well, what about black dudes? You understand? So I'm putting myself, and the thing you're telling them is you're putting yourself in the situation of them being interested in you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they have this idea about what they want, but they haven't been presented with any other option, or they haven't been presented with the option. So this is why I'm saying, like, when you're having this interaction, all you're doing is you're letting her know that she wants you by leading the conversation. Because all I was doing was leading her to thinking about being with me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So all you're doing is putting that idea in the air. It's kind of like saying, if you're somewhere at a party or something and somebody's trying to get you to try some food. You understand? And you're looking at the food. You're like, oh, well, I don't think I'm gonna really like that. And they're like, nah, how about, try this? I'm telling you, you're going to love it. You should definitely just try this. And then you try the food. And then it's like, oh shit, I actually like this food, because you're presenting that to the person, and they try it out. They try out the situation and they're like, oh shit, I like this. Right. So the thing is, when you're doing this, also, you have to be the type of person or the type of guy who knows how to think on his feet, who knows how to, have conversations with women. This is why I'm saying it's a little bit more advanced. This is why I tell you guys you have to practice talking to women, because what's going to happen is that when you approach a girl, no matter if, she's, because with this situation I'm talking about, this was a specific situation where the girl was she wasn't rejecting me, but she was putting it in the air that this situation is not going to be something, super easy. I have to sort of, use my verbal skills to make the situation a certain type of way. Right. But you can use this in any situation where even when you first approach a girl and you're talking to her, like sometimes when I would approach a girl, I'd be extremely direct. But while I'm being direct, I would say shit like, hey, I can tell that you're attracted to me. I see the way that you're looking at me. You're fantasizing about taking my clothes off right now. So I'm basically putting her in the mind frame of telling her that she wants me. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it's all coming from me being comfortable talking to women like that, and, basically practicing my verbal skills by talking to a lot of different women. Do you understand what I'm saying? And see, the thing is that a lot of guys don't understand this concept. And this is why sometimes, guys will be in situations with women and they'll think, oh, the woman doesn't like me, or, I don't really stand a chance with her, or she's out of my league and all this other stuff. So they're putting all these different, like rationalizations on the situation, and not realizing that, hey, if I actually go and talk to the girl and, go back and forth with her and have a conversation and know how to lead and direct the conversation in the direction I want it to go in, then I can get it into a situation to see if I can create, a situation where she wants to, actually make something happen. Because the thing is that, they're not going to know if they're really into it until you present that situation to them. Do you understand? They don't know, because again, they have the idea of what they want. Because even a woman might see you, and let's say you might not even be her type physically, and then you're talking to her, and then you're having this type of conversations with her telling her what she wants, and then she starts thinking about it, and then she starts to want you now because of you having that conversation and leading the conversation in that direction. This is why when a lot of guys hit me up and email me all the time, like, Mr. Lucario, I'm too ugly. It's about looks and it's all about, and I'm just like, dude, you have to understand how these women operate and how they think. Women are about the feelings, about the moment, how they're feeling in the moment. And when you create that situation, right, then you can make that happen. Now, again, this is not going to work on every girl. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's certain girls who you're going to talk to who they're just not going to be feeling you like that. But there are girls who you're going to be talking to and they, you know, there's like something where they're sort of like on the fence, you understand? Because even that Jewish girl I was talking to, I can tell, I felt the vibe that she was, you know, feeling me. But the thing is that since she was on that, oh, I only date Jewish guys type of stuff, she didn't give herself the, you know, the space to really put herself out there to make something happen, right? So I had to come in, lead the conversation, lead her in that direction to get her mind frame thinking about doing something with me. You understand what I'm saying? And then we made it happen. You understand? So it's like that type of thing. So you're sort of having those conversations to sort of open her up to make this stuff happen. You understand? So the thing is, you know, it's this is like why I'll be trying to tell you guys how important game is. You understand? Because I'll be seeing like these message boards or, you know, like even the other day, I had they put one of my videos on World Star Hip Hop, and you know, like on World Star, there'd be like mad comments on shit. And dudes were like, oh, I don't understand, you know, what's all this game stuff about? Why don't you just, you know, all you got to do is just go up to a girl and have a lot of money and be good looking. And it's like dudes really have these ideas. And then it's like you approach a girl and, you know, you're thinking that she's not into you. But what's really going on is that she's probably nervous that you approached her or you're talking to her. And instead of knowing how to lead a conversation, you understand? You sit there and you're thinking, well, I guess this girl's not into me. And then you just walk away when you could actually, you know, try to have a conversation and lead it in a direction to, you know, let her know like, hey, what's good? You understand? So the thing is that you can do this to, you know, really, you know, use it as a tool when you're actually approaching girls and talking to them to, you know, increase the chances of you getting with certain girls. Do you understand? Because like I always say, it's always better when, you know, you're approaching a girl, you're talking to her and everything is sort of like flowing super easy. You understand? Like she's cooperating like crazy. Those are the best case scenarios to really be in. But sometimes you're going to be in a situation where you're talking to a girl and, you know, y'all are flirting a little bit, but you don't really know how to get her in that mind frame to get her, you know, thinking about you. Because all you're really doing is that you're leading her to you. You're pointing her in the direction to you. You are telling her that she wants you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're basically, you know, creating that. And it takes practice to be able to do this. Because one, you have to be comfortable with what you're saying. You understand? And two, you have to be able to, you know, be quick on your feet when you're talking. You understand? You got to be able to know how to go back and forth really quick, because what's going to happen is that you're going to be talking to certain girls and they're going to say some shit and it's going to totally throw you off. You understand? And I've been in those situations before where, you know, I got caught off guard. And it was like, I was like, you know, I didn't know what to say. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't have anything to come back with, and it kind of throws off the interaction. And sometimes, though, girls will do that to, you know, test you or just to be sarcastic or whatever. And, you know, in certain times you can, you know, keep it going. But the thing is that the more you practice, the more you're going to also see girls sort of like, you're going to see patterns in the way certain girls respond to certain things. You're going to hear the same type of responses to certain type of things and all this other stuff. And then by you know, practicing and doing those things or being in those situations, you'll be quick. You'll know what to say. You'll know how to actually turn the conversation, you know, around to lead it back to her, you know, thinking about getting with you. You understand what I'm saying? So when I say, you know, you're telling the girl, you know, what she wants, you're basically just leading the conversation, letting her know that she wants you by leading that conversation and leading the interaction. It's really, really that simple. You understand what I'm saying? And this is why I tell you guys, go on badboymembership.com right now and join the Bad Boy membership so you can get more in-depth knowledge on how to do these things. As I have, audio programs on how to pick up, women, and I actually have one called The Art of Picking Up Women Successfully, and that will help you. And I also have one on approach anxiety that will help you. I have another audio program on how to improve your conversation skills. So these different things are going to help you when you're out here having that back and forth with chicks. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes what happens is that those little situations or those little moments where you're able to, snap back and be able to have those conversations with girls means the difference between you, making things happen and nothing actually happening. You understand what I'm saying? Because even with like an example with the Jewish girl, I could have just been like, when she's like, oh, I only want to mess with Jewish guys. I could have been like, oh, okay, well, all right, whatever. And then just move on. You understand? But I'm just like, okay, well, you know what? Let me see where this goes. Let me see and also I'm seeing the vibe already. And that's another important thing I gotta say too, is that a lot of times when you're talking to women, you're going to feel the vibe. You're going to see that, okay, and this takes practice also, is that sort of seeing the vibe if a girl is really saying like, oh, like you can tell when she's brushing you off. And then you can tell when she's trying to be flirty. You understand? And while I'm talking to this girl, I can tell she was trying to be flirty because she was sort of looking at me before I approached her. We started talking, and then she says the whole thing, and I'm going back and forth with her. You understand? So you feel that vibe out, and then you make that happen. You understand what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say about that. And guys, if you have any more questions, to send me, click the link below. Also, make sure you go to badboymembership.com to join the membership. You get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month that will help you step up your game. All right. So I'm out of here, guys. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. Gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.